So we are live. Hi everyone. I welcome you to weekly websites meeting on Layer 5, new month and very first meeting of the month. And we have a couple of agenda items that we'll be talking about, which are in need of help from new members of the community. And so good first and help wanted item are there. So if you have not yet started working on any of the issues in the community, you for sure will have one in hand before you get off the call. So I welcome you all to the meeting and will invite you all to write your name in the meeting minutes. So I will quickly once again drop this link to the Google Docs in chat box. So feel free to mark your attendance by writing your name in the attendees list. And also if you have any topic to discuss, you can mention them into this Google Docs itself. In the meantime, we'll be following our tradition, and that is if you're joining this call for the very first time, you can unmute and give a quick intro. I see already a couple of you have unmuted, so yeah. Yeah, so I think Shravan is next up. So Shravan, do you mind giving your intro?
Yeah, hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you are. Please go ahead.
Hello everyone. My name is Shravan Andoria. So previously I used to be a Web3 developer. So now I'm shifting my domain into IT and specifically in DevOps engineering. So currently I am uh, upskilling myself, learning some networking, Kubernetes, and other DevOps topics. And now I'm also simultaneously trying to get my hands on some open source project. So to upskill myself. So yeah, currently that's what I'm doing right now.
Awesome. So we have in the community, and thank you for giving your introduction. Next up, Aditya, is it the first time that you're joining Sites Call? If yes, can you please go next and give your introduction?
Yeah, sure. So, my name is Aditya Poddar. I have been working as a senior software developer in IT since the past 5 years. I want to get my hands on some open source projects, so that's why I came across this project. And I do full stack development. I do DevOps related stuff as well, but related to service mesh kind of thing, I'm first time interacting. So I'm getting my hands on service mesh related stuff as well. So yeah.
Yeah, so I think one thing that I would like to mention is that while the initial focus of the project was around service meshes, but since then it has drastically, moved beyond the initial focus. So now, like, it interacts with all the cloud technology and popular cloud providers too, and like we have extensive docs around that. We'll also be sharing a link to a tool that you can try yourself out in a live environment where you can play with various components. There on that, what you would do, command line tool with the YAML configuration files.
Mhm.
So hopefully I'll drop a link that will be able to
Yeah.
give some guidance. Thanks a lot for joining this call, Aditya.
Thanks for sharing that. I didn't do that. And yeah, one more thing, I had one question. This link is not editable for me. Is it the case for everybody, for the attendees list? This
So
doc.
as long as you're able to do sessions, that's fine.
Mhm. Okay.
All right, so thank you for your intro, Aditya. So I think we have more newcomers, so let's take one more introduction and then we can start with the topics. So who's going to be the next one? So I think we'll give Oyefule a shot. So yeah, please
Okay.
go next.
My name is Mordecai. I am a software engineer. I've been working with backend technology with Python, and currently I'm been doing Rust lately for the past 1 year. I'm basically just looking for some new project to just try on and maybe contribute to it. I've been a contributor to open source for some time, and I think this is to learn.
So thank you for Troy for joining the call. All right, folks, I think that is all for the newcomers introduction. If we missed you, make sure that you do give your intro in the chat box. And so all the participants, they will be there to welcome you. And with that, we'll be starting with, standing agenda items. And even before that, I'll be quickly dropping this meeting minutes once again, so that for those of you who may have rejoined or just joined, you get access to the docs. So there it is in chat. First, we ideally be covering MDX migration, and PR is concerned is linked. But since we are missing Sudhanshu, I think, we should be skipping this, or let's quickly take a look. So these first set of items that we'll be covering is on the site that I'll be quickly sharing in chat. It's Layer 5 IO, and this is a Gatsby site. And we recently migrated to Gatsby latest version, that is V5. And we are using a couple of plugins, one of which is MDX plugin, that is Markdown plugin. So whatever content we write in Markdown, it's automatically translated to HTML and is rendered on various pages that we have. And so there are like multiple files, and there may be 100 plus where we just are using Markdown to write content. And the job of this plugin is basically to handle that Markdown to HTML translation. But right now it's incompatible with the latest Gatsby version, and we are in process of upgrading this too. Right now, like it is using a flag that is a peer dependency, legacy peer dependency, I guess. That's like making it that has made it possible for us to be getting the site building even with the incompatible version. But yeah, definitely this is an effort that we are trying to finished very soon. And Sudhanshu is one of the maintainers and was also someone who led the migration of Gatsby, is working onto this, and he regularly shares his progress on this. But then I believe that he also needs some help. And so if you are someone who would like to investigate and offer your assistance, considering that if you have any experience with Gatsby and MDX, then feel free to jump in and offer your help. I think I already shared this link in chat. Yep, I did. So there were a couple of contributors involved into this particular effort. One of them are Randy, and then Sudhanshu, and a couple more. If you want to take a look at the past efforts from them, which also include some documentation around the changes that they have done, simply look for MDX PR, and it should bring up some of the search results that you can potentially take a look. Yeah, so I think I believe this is the one. Yeah, so here like Randy has offered detailed instructions on how like he has changed things. And I think there's one more PR before this. While these did not succeed, like we tried to merge them and it was not successful, so we had to revert. But much of these will be what we are changing right now into the PR that Sudhanshu has. So once again, refer to these and let us know if you would like to help, in this migration. That was all. I'll wait if anyone has any questions or any feedback for like 5 seconds before we move on. All right, so then let's go to the next ascending agenda item, and which is on catalog. So there are a couple of places where we have public facing, collection of cloud native design apps. So, and one of them would be at this location. So in the catalog, first let me share this link so that you all can also explore it out for yourself. So in the catalog, there are 3 types of content, and the very first being designs. Let's quickly take a look at designs. And these are like cloud infrastructure and like these are something that you can actually open in our live Kubernetes cluster environment and configure with all the dependencies that they have, how they behave, and you can do a bunch of things into the system that is there. So this catalog has once again filters and other details that you would expect from a catalog. If I quickly open one of the individual design app, like it has once again a bunch of details, who was it created and who was the creator, which technology that it includes, and then you also can download it and it will download a YAML file that you can then, if you have live running Kubernetes cluster, you can then also try to have it there. But if you like to experience the the kind of detail that it provides in the browser-based environment that I mentioned, simply click on Open in Playground and you will be able to access the system where it has all the infrastructure already in place for you to be exploring out what it actually contains. So I think that is it for catalog. I will quickly be muting find services and a couple of other people. And I'll quickly make a request. So find services, it would be helpful if you could rename your Zoom username to your real name. That helps a lot. And similarly, like there are filter and model that I'll leave for you to be checking out. There's another location where we have catalog. And that would be at this place. Let me also quickly share this in chat. So while it loads, I'll quickly say that this offers a little more detail onto the catalog, like it also has metrics around them. So if you are someone who has published in design, you will be able to track how it's doing. So how many times it has been viewed, how many people are sharing and stuff. So, link again is in chat and you can explore it for yourself. I will make 2 requests at this point for catalog, and the very first will be about publishing more of these designs. And so let's also wait for this to load, and I'll be dropping this as well in chat. So you can grab any manifest file or Docker Compose or Helm chart from any one of these example repositories, which already have like sample Kubernetes apps, and then you can import them either through a URL, or you can just import the whole file into Mesh3 Playground, and then adding some helpful details, you can publish them. So then they will be available to the larger catalog that is there. So once again, like these terms that I'm sharing, you may be not familiar. And so if you want to take a look at what the system is and how you can perform these activities, there's a blog linked into this issue that I will be again separately sharing in chat. So what is the catalog and how to perform the activities like importing and publishing and stuff. So you will find the details in there. But the ask of this particular issue is to publish more and more number of such designs. So like I said, all the designs that you'll be publishing, it will be attributed to your user profile in cloud, and there will be metrics around it. And so if you are if your design is doing very well, I might as well get some recognition around it. So this would be about that. And similarly, there are a couple of templates to be created. So just like if you ever use any UI tool where they offer you a starting template when you visit their tool for the very first time, we also have a visual designer tool for DevOps like Canvas, and link to that will be at this location. I'll quickly drop that. So canvas.new, the link is in chat. And so help is wanted for creating more of these templates. Again, of these issues have detailed instruction on how to do that. And you also can take inspiration from the existing template. For now, I'll be quickly sharing this link and we'll see if anyone is volunteering for these issues. If not, you also can later sound off. I think that's all for catalog and MDX migration. For system documentation, this is something we'll be discussing next. So I think for now we'll be skipping. Is that okay, Amit?
Yeah, it is okay.
Yep. So thanks a lot, everyone. Yep. So now we will be starting with the first items on the very first site, that is Layer 5 site that I talked about, is a Gatsby site. And I already shared the link. The very first type of issue will be contributing to documenting Systent components. Now let's pause and take a look at what Systent and what this issue basically talks about. And you also can see a linked training session that was given by Vidit, who is also in the attendance and was someone who has demonstrated on how to get the project running locally and how to make code changes and stuff. So I'll be quickly talking about Systent. So just like if you ever have used MEUI, which gives you reusable components to use in your projects directly, since we also have many UIs across various projects, we decided to have our own design system where we again have reusable components and assets that then we can utilize in various projects that we have. And so Amit, Vidit, Sudhanshu, who we are missing on the call today, but is actively working in this area. They are making efforts to making all those components available in Systent and then utilizing in other projects. So if you are someone who has familiarity with TypeScript and some UI UX skill, get in touch with Amit and Vidit. They will be able to offer their guidance on how you can get started. For now, I'll be quickly sharing the issues link in chat. There are many issues open right now, so jump in if you'd like to contribute. But the issue that is right here, like contributed documenting Systent components, is something that asks for writing guidelines on how one, if let's say I want to use these Systent components in my React project, how will I be able to do that? So, and like various other configurations and settings for the various components, how will I be able to do all of them? So there needs to be a user guide, right? And this particular set of issues are onto that only. So once again, I'll be taking this link and will share in chat before I show you the section where it's all documented. And it's at this location. So in the site, in projects and then Systent, we have a dedicated section for the project. And if you take a look at components, you will be able to see various components there. Let's quickly take a look at the button component. So once again, it's a documentation for buttons and various overview guidance. And I'll quickly be opening the code section. So example on how you can utilize the component in your code that's there. So I think you get and also like the color and sizes you can configure them also. So I think all of you get idea like what basically this should asks for is this for you to be documenting the components that are not yet there, and as you can see there are any number of these. For example, avatar and avatar as a components, that is something already assigned, but a couple of them are not making progress, and so if you jump in and help, it would be a significant contribution, as to say. And talking about like the familiarity that you will need to have is, I think, basic React and Gatsby. I think that's it. You also can refer to MUI's documentation on for getting inspiration on how you would want to structure your documentation for the components. And then again, like each of these issues have detailed instructions on how the task is to be done. So I think that's enough. And I've already shared the link, so I think you will be able to all find it out. We'll also be talking about a training session given by Vidit. So on this call itself, there was a hands-on demo given by Vidit, and that link is in chat too. It takes you to a YouTube video. So once again, I think that will be helpful as you are exploring this part out. I think that was all, and now we will be stopping hearing from me, and we'll be giving chance to the contributors who have some PRs up. And the very first would be Vidit, and yes, he was the one who had this demo done. So Vidit, are you all set to share your update on creating a template for Meet the Maintainer posts?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So the ask was to create a template for the Meet the Maintainer, as we regularly create a blog
Amit, is it
post
only for
for
me or
meeting the
for you too? It's breaking.
maintainer title. So
Yeah,
here are some
the
blog
voice is
posts we have created in the past. Or
Vidit, if
let's
you could,
say Vishal.
Vidit, your voice is breaking. I think you have some bandwidth issues.
You can like I can take this back sometime back.
Like try again. I think it's good now.
Yeah, it's good now. So yeah.
Yeah.
So ask was to create a template for the meeting the maintainers. So as we regularly publish our maintainers and what they have succeeded and what any suggestions they have given. So we create a blog post for that. So we have a like for the multiple maintainers like Vishal or Amit or Sangram itself. So we have a many maintainers for the different projects, just like for the assistant, for the layer 5 IO, for the mission. So we have a maintainer. So we regularly conduct an interview with the maintainers and get the information from, extract the information from them and we'll publish a blog post. So previously we don't have any template for that. So I have created the template for that. So under this issue, I have created a MDX file where the template is given. So it will help us to like easy to maintain and regulate the content. So it gives a basically a content and list of questions. So we can publish a thought process or meet the maintainer post more efficiently. Any questions?
you are on mute, Vivek.
Oh yeah, thanks a lot for pointing that out. So I was just saying that, like I said in the beginning of the meeting, there are a couple of places in which we use Markdown extensively, like the blogs, news, and a couple of other places too. And so this is an effort in which we simplify the process, like just having the question answer in Markdown format that any maintainer can then write. And it's true for meshmates as well and interns too. So they are very frequently required to write some, experience or blog post. So this is really helpful. And yep, we'll be waiting for any questions from anyone. If you could share the link to the PR with it.
Yeah, sure.
I think that is it. Do you have any other items as well on layer 1?
No, not yeah, not yet.
All right. Thanks a lot for sharing your updates with it. Next, we'll be in the this particular alert, and let's quickly take a look at Hers on call. Yep, we do. So Hers, like, can you please go next and share your update? And for those of you who may be very new, the standard practice is to share your screen and talking about the issue that you faced and like what you actually changed. So letting everyone know your approach.
So, hello everyone.
Hers, like,
Am I audible?
yeah, you are. Please go ahead.
Okay. So hello everyone. My name is Harsh. I have been working with Meshri from the past 2 weeks. I am a full stack developer. Yeah, that was a brief about me. So currently I was working on an issue This was an issue to create a different section for the basically layer 5 for the assistant icons. It was been missing in the layer 5 website. So I just created that, and yeah, in our previous meeting, Amit, I suggested this particular thing, and Amit gave me the green signal to go with it. So yeah, I created this. Yeah. So here you can find all the icons that are present in the mesh tree. So whenever any changes will be happen in the mesh tree, some other icons will be added. So here the icons will be automatically added. So here is one more searching feature as well, which Amit suggested me to make something like the MUI is having that searching feature. So here we can also add, it is working perfectly. So yeah, it was all from my side. And one more thing I just want to just add on. See, so when we are using Gatsby, it is giving us the hydration issue. So suppose I'm on this page and I will just do a refresh here. So wait just a second. So yeah. So what basically happens is sometime it happens and sometime it does not happens. So here I get one more extra footer. So that is due to some hydration issue with Gatsby. Yeah, that was the thing that I wanted to report. Apart from this, I was also working on issue or on Meshri that we have to remove basically the font awesome icons and we have to use the assistant icons. So there were some dependencies of the font awesome icons. I also corrected that. Yeah, there is an open PR. Amit suggested me to make some changes. I did that. Yeah, that was all from my side. So any suggestions in this UI or anything you would like to add on here?
Yeah, so for the icon, I guess we can put those icon section into the component. I think we don't need to create like the separate tab for the icons.
So you want that the icon should be created here? So I think the it would be more user readability to create a separate section here.
Okay.
So if you want that, I can do that. No issues.
Yeah,
Like,
let's
have you taken what MUI does right now?
Pardon me, can you repeat it? Your voice was breaking.
Yeah, so by any chance, have you taken a look what MUI does in this regard? They
Uh,
may also be having icons, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I have taken a look there as well. So yeah, let me just show you. So one more thing that what we have done, we have bundled up everything in the assistant. And if we want to use, if I don't want to use any component of assistant, still I have to basically what that bundler will do. That bundler will bundle up all those component put it into assistant. If suppose I'm having a use case that I don't want to use any component of assistant, I just want to use an icon. So what happens in currently what we are doing, we are downloading everything. But what happens in MUI, if I just want to use the icons, we have the separate package for that. So in future, if it will be needed, we can move on to this as well. So yeah,
Yeah.
we have different section for icons. Here we can find all the icons here.
Yeah, so basically, so that's great that what you just shared. It was more, so my point of view was more of how we are, representing it at the site. So if you could scroll up in the left-hand side, you will see that these icons are coming under components in MUI2, what Amit said.
Yeah,
So it's under components, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so it makes sense to have it inside components unless anyone else has any other opinion or feedback.
Okay, I will do that.
Apart from that, any other feedback from Vidit or Amit?
Yeah, if you go to the search one more time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess the outline was missing, like for the search, it is quite hidden in the dark mode.
Okay, I will fix it. Thank you for your suggestions.
Yeah, and the one other, if you go below.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like if there is a long word like the community classes icon, yeah, that was just try to eclipse those, like putting the dot and not like the word wrap to the styling. So it will be good like if you saw only in the one line, not the two line. Currently it is like all of this not in the aligned in a similar manner. So yeah, that was one suggestion. And
Okay.
also like there is no need of putting like the copy icon and the copy link icon, just like the copy and copy link. There is no need of adding the icon after the word.
Okay, okay.
And the
Also,
one thing you can
I
do
could
like,
not help but notice that all these icons are appearing to have some stroke, like greenish stroke, right? Is that expected? So for example, clone icon, if you see, it has some greenish, like, stroke around edges and stuff.
yeah, so Harsh, you put it like this, adding the new styling of the, or it is come from the assistant only, like this stroke, the green color.
No, I have not done anything specific here. Wait, just let me show you the code base. Yeah, so is this visible? So currently what I was doing, I just don't wanted to import everything like we are importing here. So I just imported everything for the assistant, and there I'm doing some filtration that based on if those icons are present or not. So there were two things, that this tool tip icon and this component icon. Basically, this was a button, but when we were doing default export there, so there was some issues there. So I just added one more condition here. Uh, Wait just a second. Yeah. I have created different section here. So I'm just using this thing. I'm just adding this fill option. I think that.
Okay, so maybe it's coming from the assistant, that stroke.
Rather than
Yeah, I think
specifying the color for the fill, you can use a system like we can use assisting color things. So that will make more sense.
Okay, I got it.
yep. So I think you already got the point, so no need to repeat. So basically, I think he was saying that instead of hard coding, we can use token and themes from Systent. Is that right with it and hers?
Yeah,
Yeah. Mhm. Any other thing on Systent or Layer Bio, hers?
No, currently I don't have anything different.
And the one thing extra you can do like with these icons, and you already add the animation if you hover on the icon, so you can put something like the, if we click, if we it like convert this point cursor into the pointer, and also if we click then it copy the path of the import path, like we use like the importing for the add icons some from the assistant. So yeah, that would be quite helpful.
Okay, thank you, Vidit. Thank you, Amit, for your feedbacks. I will do them and make a update in PR.
Yeah, sure.
Great.
And yeah, it is good work, like yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Let's wait for like 5 seconds if anyone from the participants has any question.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, Falguni, please go ahead.
Since we are like, I have seen that we are exporting all the components and icons uh, from like same path, like at the layers assistant, we are importing all of that. But it would be nicer if we can like have different like components in different paths. Like we can export icons differently and the components like at the red layer slash system slash icons are for icons and like similar to that. Because in future the number of icons will grow, number of components will go, so we need to make that like differentiable.
Yeah, thank you for your feedback. Definitely something we'll take a look. All right, so then we have two updates from Jayashree, and let me quickly take a look if we have. Yep, we do. So Jayashree, can you please go next and share your update on adding these two components?
Hello, I'm audible.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I am having a components like avatar and tab components. So I have raised a PR for both, and I'm working towards tab component as well. For my screen is not well. Sorry. Let me share my screen. My screen is visible, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so for avatar component, I have created this. I have I think Falgun has given some review for that. I have made the changes for that also. Can you please review this again?
Sure, sure.
Yeah, and about tab component, I'm not sure of how exactly I'm now going to design how I want the tab component. That's why I have not taken this for more refinements. We'll be doing this in this 1 or 2 days.
Also, if you could notice, there's like the build is failing onto that PR, so
Yeah,
you would want to make sure that, yeah. So that's okay. Like you said, you are still working on it. If you could
yeah,
once go to the first item that you shared, so
avatar one. Okay.
yep,
Yeah. So
all
for
of us on the
avatar,
call can do.
yeah. So all the contents for overview, I have created I have created image avatar, initials, and the icon avatar. So these are the three avatar I've taken. And for the code part, this is the latest one, the avatar component show code. It will look like this. For this I will make the changes.
Yeah, so this, like, you said that you will be fixing that, right? That's
Yeah,
not something desired.
yeah, this way I'm going to fix. All other are done. So after review I will be like, it will be ready for the merging part.
If you also once can open the guidance tab, so
Yeah, guidance as well, sorry. This was for guidance I have created. Customizations, common integrations pattern, and how the code snippet will look like.
yeah, just a quick observation, and that is like in this section that says performance optimization, in the very last example, I think we can have that line like in one line, that sentence, right? If that's okay, because we
Uh,
have got plenty of enough space to the right.
yes, yes.
So,
Okay.
any other feedback for
Any
Jayashree on this
feedback?
particular? Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Please go ahead.
No, I was asking that only. Any other feedbacks for
Yeah,
code?
anyone has any feedback or thoughts for Jayashree? I think not. So thanks a lot for sharing your update. And yeah, so that would be helpful if you could, share your updates on tab components in maybe next sites meeting or like as you get time. So thanks a lot
Yeah.
for your update.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Next up, we'll be quickly taking a look at this uh, page that I'm working on to publish in Layer 5 IO site. So I'll be quickly first sharing this PR. Okay, this is that your all guides look the pink chat. We'll be taking a look at the preview. So for all the PRs that you raise, you get a link that you can open to actually see what that you have looks like. And so this page will be at let me spare some typing and yeah. So okay, yeah. So this has to be solutions. Yeah, so this is the page I'll be sharing the preview link to. And it's the very initial draft. There are some feedback still left to be incorporated, and they are basically around adding testimonials and some detail about the programs. But yeah, this is it. I decrease the window size. Yeah, so aim for this page is to let all the content creators know, or anyone like who is enthusiastic about sharing on various cloud native concepts and Kubernetes, how they can do that using the tools that we provide free of cost, for them to be sharing the work that they have been doing and gaining popularity in CNCF ecosystem. And there are a couple of ways in which I have tried my best to write that down. So, visual collab, like we provide free of cost access to a tool that is very much capable of doing everything that you can do normally through YAML way, like the, GitOps enabled tool. So there's detail about that, and how you can publish various content, can write reference architecture. So, and like basically, you all may already have seen guides, visual guides on decorating various components of application like the backend database, etc. You can do them all through the designer tool that Meshri provides. And then you also can publish your learning paths and challenges that your audience can then participate in. You can also track the success of your content that you are publishing. So then there are leaderboard and top performance sections into our catalog and other places. And yeah, like you get a personal organization in which you can, for example, invite others. So let's say I have an organization called a Cloud Native Computing Foundation. It's not mine, it's open source foundation, but for just this example, let's say it's one of my org, and I want Amit to be a part of my org. I can invite him, and I can then personalize it, like using my logos and colors, so that it says that it's indeed my organization and Amit is a part of it. Similarly, for all your content, like your published designs and your resources, tutorials, all of them can be managed in a workspace that will be dedicated to your org. So it's about that. And then like everything that you do is linked to your profile. So if at any point you visited the cloud, that is there. There's a profile section where you can find all your published designs and like how it is doing. So how many times it has been viewed, downloaded, cloned, and other stuff, your views too. And then also like which badges you have been awarded till the date, and what those badges mean, and how you can share them with your like social media followings, and also can embed them on anywhere that you want to, for example, GitHub. So that's about recognition program. And then like basically ending with this, like, 3 main points, like publishing, engaging, and then growing there from there. So if you have got any suggestions or feedback on like this page, feel free to sound off onto this particular PR, and I'll be sure to incorporate them all. Just now, if you have got anything to share, you can unmute and let me know. So we'll be waiting for a couple of seconds, and I've also shared this link in chat box, and I'm open to any feedback from you. We can also really take a look at the mobile view of this. If I switch to, for example, let's say this one. So this is how it looks. Yep. So I think no one has no feedback, but yep, if you have that one in mind, always you can sound off to the PR that is in chat. So you can put it in comments. We will now be moving on to the next site and all the issues that are there, and that will be layer 5 documentation. So let me quickly share this in chat. And let's also go to this site. So it has documentation around two offerings that layer 5 provides. One is cloud, another is canvas. So you can find extensive docs on how to use and know about all the offerings that they have. And so we will be covering, and this talking about the site itself. It's once again a straightforward area to be contributing to, and it has a call for volunteer. And I'll be quickly demonstrating on like what they were and how they got fixed. So if we just quickly open this one issue, so you can read about it through the Google Docs that is linked, but I'll quickly say that basically if you right now go to the site and search for anything, let's say design, if I search for it, it doesn't let me do that, right? So if I do design, and if I click on this one icon, it does not let me do that. So ideally it should, but even if we press enter, then it brings all the results. But now if I am to visit this particular link in a search result, like embedding designs, I click on it and it just disappears. I'm still on the same page. So this was call for volunteer that I took a look at and submitted a fix. And so this was the PR. And again, if you go to the deploy preview, where we'll be able to test out the changes that I did, whether or not it's working. Yep. So let's quickly. So I am searching for design. Yep, it brings all the results. And if I click on now embedding designs, I am taken to that page, and it's true for this search bar as well. So embedding designs, and since it's the same page, let's go to cloning a design. So like it's working fine. So I'll quickly be, simply dropping the link in chat if you want to take a look. Next up again is a fix by me. So, all right, this is still loading, but if you are, okay, yeah, so this is there. So when you're visiting docs and you also have logged in into cloud, you get your, avatar, and also like these links are personalized to your, avatar. So for example, if you click on it, it takes you to your user profile in cloud. And so the, the basically implementation around is that using cookies. So this one was enhancing the number of requests that is made when there is no cookie. And so once again, if you want to take a look at this PR, I'll be dropping this in chat. So basically, whenever we don't have a valid cookie, it was still making those API requests to the API to give us user details, but that's not desired. And I made some changes to fix that. So now it just does once, and then all the subsequent tries are not executed. So we are not making those many API requests. So once again, a pretty quick fix. So all the context around it will be linked into the issue that's there, and also the PR itself. I will simply be, yeah, I already shared the link in chat, so I think we're good there. We will quickly be going to the next site, that is Meshri.io site. Let me drop this in chat, and we are missing Fahim on the call, so we'll be skipping from these items. And next up are items from me. Let's quickly take a look. So this one was about making some changes to the UI of the catalog. that is at this place, like I shared in the beginning of the meeting. So I'll be also sharing that quickly in chat box. So I think all of my changes are included into the screenshots. So before, like it used to be looking something like this, like, if you want to go to models. So in the catalog, there are 3 type of content that you can navigate around. And before it was like this, these 2 buttons, but later, like I updated them to, have this one. So similar to what, if you are doing a Google search, you get these kind of things. So when you are into a particular type of content, you get that border bottom and, color there. So that's how it will work. If I quickly, since it's merged, we can take a look at it right now. So I'm in designs and I can see that I'm in designs. If I go to models, for example, I'm in models, and similarly for filters too. So that was one thing. Next one was like there's third type of content like filters, which was missing these technologies and categories filters. So I fixed that. And I believe there were a couple of other changes done too. So once again, if you're someone who would want to take a look, let me quickly drop this in chat box. And once again, I'll quickly share the another update that I have on catalog. I'll also link the issue in chat. So before, like it used to be looking something like this, but basically registrant and artifact hub, these are key value pairs. So, and right now they're not pretty much looking like that. So I changed it to be looking something like this. So now it makes sense that these actually are key value pairs. So I think that was all about this PR. There was other changes done in terms of how we are showing components. And if you want to take a look, what you can do is to go to models and then open any one of these. For example, if you open on API 6, you will be able to see this and then take the component and other details. So just in case you would like to take a look, I'll be dropping this link to in chat box. And I think that is all on Meshi.io side. We don't have any item on docs, and so we'll be skipping. But this is Meshi documentation side. A pretty beginner-friendly site that uses HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So, and there are a bunch of good first issues open too, which require very minimal effort or changes that are already present in some other sections. So hopefully, if you go and take a look, you will be able to find the issues. One quick tip that I would like to give is, if you want to take a look at all the open issues on any project, you can go to the site and you can navigate to footer, where you will find GitHub logo that you can click to get all the open issues. And we are down to assistant items. And the very first item is from Vidit, and Vidit is also updating. And I think we'll be able to discuss these updates. So Vidit, do you mind sharing?
Yeah, sure. So first off, the first issue was happening on the Mac operating system. So what happens is when we build the assistant in the Mac OS, so the build fails and it gives an error like this. So yeah, so it does not find this package inside it. So Amit has created a PR for that, but it does not fixes the issue. Yeah, so the issue is consistent for now, and it needs a help or volunteer for someone who can fix this issue.
So yeah,
All the other,
hello.
Hmm.
This issue was
Yeah.
also coming in my local machine. So for fixing this issue, I just need to just add that particular package into the developer dependency. So I just need to run a command npm I -d flag for the developer dependency and this package name. Then it will be fixed.
Yeah, I have tried that, but I think still issue is persisting. Yeah.
So yeah, I have tried that on my machine. It was working completely fine.
It is also
Mhm.
working for me, but I don't know.
Okay, so I will be trying it by removing the node module and package log.json. So
Yes.
after that, it
And
might
also
fix the
make
issue.
sure it's updated with the master branch properly.
Okay. Yeah, it is updated with the master. I will be trying it again. So for the next PR, it is for adding the icons to the system. So previously we were using Font Awesome icons. So in the Meshery extension, Meshery clouds, or in fact in the Meshery. So some of the icon was replaced, and for the Meshery extension, the canvas for the icons has been replaced, and the new icons were added. One is for the arrow compression, and another is for the arrow expand icon. So Amit has provided some review regarding the removing the package.json. So I have removed that file, but for the something is breaking on the pipeline, so it is not able to check the compatibility check for the Node 20. Yes, and it is skipping for the it is cancelled for the compatibility check for Node 18. So any review or comments on this pipeline?
So you can like click on details and can find out why is it that it's failing, and so
Yeah,
folks
so
can.
mhm. So for the past PRs of the contributors, so it is failing at the PTA check. So it is not able to write something.
So like it's not specific to your PR, right?
Yeah, so it is failing for the most of the PRs.
Yeah, I think
Fail.
we'll have to get it fixed.
Any review on this? Yeah, adding icon to the system.
So can you kindly share the, yeah.
Yeah, sure. So another issue is emerging in the we have removed the some font files from the other repository a Meshery or from Meshery extension of Can Meshery Cloud. So the issue is for now this font, Quanlas soft font, it packs with a font of 500 and 700 font width. So when we use for the different font weight, like 600 or 800, the font breaks and it falls into the precedence. So on the precedence of the font family, so we have put this Quenless soft font and the sans serif, so it falls back to the sans serif. So it's supposed not to happen as we have a custom theme provider in the system and we are using throughout the R repos. So it should be like if we are using for the different font weight, so it should be using 600 or 800. So this issue is happening in the other repository. So the font consistency of font is not able to maintain throughout the project.
Like Amit has to drop for some reason. I think when he'll be back, he'll be able to take a look. But yeah, anyone has any thoughts or feedback on this item? I think no one has right now. So yeah, make sure that you share the link to the PR in chat box. Anything else with it?
Not now.
All right. So we are like 2 minutes over, and like before we end the call, I'll quickly share this call to volunteers, which could also be something good for, first. So and these are like call for volunteers for making new badges. So we have our own recognition program where we, based on the achievements and milestone that a user or contributor achieves, we award their profile with these badges. And so the very first call to volunteers is about adding a new badge that would be awarded to a user when they view. So once again, view something on that you can take a look. Just similar to what this design, badge is for, and which is for whenever someone publishes their first design, we award them with this badge. There should be a similar issue for first that in the asset and resource need in order to do so is in the issue. And similarly, all the issues are in the similar nature that they require to create a new badge. So once again, I think if you are someone who is interested into UI UX or would like to give it a go, take a look and comment, and then that way we'll be able to assign you these issues. For today, I think that was all. We will be planning some hands-on demo for next week, and we'll be collaborating with like folks like hers or Vidit or anyone else like or Falgun maybe, who would like to give a demo on doing something practically on this call. But for today, it's all. I thank you all for attending and participating into the meeting. Know that if you want to take a look at this particular call, the recorded version will always be there on YouTube. So the link to YouTube channel is in chat. And one more thing before we end, and that is if you want to join other call as well, which are not like focused on sites, but this was a meeting which was focused on UI and sites, but Meshri and all the other projects, you can find their dedicated meeting onto this calendar. So you can subscribe to it and can then, get all the updates. So I think that was all that I wanted to share. See you. Bye.